Today on the Paper Talk, we'll be looking at a Paul Pogba story because why not? We've also got a Bruno Fernandes update. Is he going to be ready for Tuesday night's epic encounter with Atletico Madrid? Have I been drinking? No, I haven't. I'm nearly 8 years sober. Atletico Madrid. And also, there's a story about Alexander Isak. He could be the new signing for the summer. Make sure you check it out. Jay here, Stretford, Paddock. This is the Paper Talk. As you can see, I'm outside Old Trafford as usual, and it's brisk. It's brisk. So if you've got a parka, wear it. We'll start off with Paul Pogba. Should we get that one out of the way? Because there's a story doing the rounds here. I think this has come from his trainer. Like, Paul Pogba has a team of people that look after him, and one of them is his personal trainer. And he's been talking about how Paul Pogba basically will leave United this summer. He's been quoted. I think this has come from Calcio Mercato, and he said that regarding Pogba, at the end of June, he will no longer be a Manchester player. I'm a big fan of people calling United Manchester because it's like there's only one team in Manchester, so why bother with United? So he's saying that I think it's right for him to look elsewhere. Perhaps Manchester also wants to refresh themselves, and the most sensible thing is to separate. He then goes on to say a load of other stuff about new environments, new challenges, all that jazz. He says also, right now, I think he's enjoying himself. They have a good team, especially since Ronaldo decided to return. So that's one of Paul Pogba's team, his personal trainer, being quoted in calciomercato.com, saying that it looks like he's off in the summer. Now, I've been saying that for a little while. I don't think he's going to stay. I mean, whether you put a lot of weight in that statement or not, do you honestly think Paul Pogba has waited all this time before he signs a new deal? I'm not so sure. I just think that the moment has gone for Paul Pogba to stay. I want him to stay, and being honest with you, I think we could do with him staying, and I don't know, and I don't think we will actually replace him properly, but I just don't think it's happening. So, as always, we'll keep you posted, but my hopes aren't too optimistic of Paul Pogba staying at this club, although I'm more than happy to be wrong. Another story doing the rounds this morning is about a potential transfer target, and this is the kid from Real Sociedad, Alexander Isak. This is a 22-year-old Swedish player. Played a lot of football for a 22-year-old. He's played in the Dutch league as well. He's played for Sweden, and obviously he's played. I think he was at loan at. I think he was at Dortmund. Then he went to Real Sociedad. Now, he had a very good season last season, scoring loads of goals. This season's not been quite as prolific. I think he's got 8 goals in all competitions, but has been putting in performances of note. And he is only 22 years old. So the sort of logical thinking is he's got other levels to reach. Looks like United are sort of resigned to the fact we're not going to get Erling Haaland. So he could be the next best thing, or he could be the best option other than Erling Haaland for us to go for of the money we've got and who's available. Now, Arsenal apparently as well are sniffing around him. It looks like his price tag is around the £60 million mark, but that could increase to £75 million depending on who else goes in for him. So we'll have to wait and see. Since he's been there at Sociedad, he's got, I think, 30 league goals in 90 La Liga games. For a kid that's, still relatively young, that's not too shabby, is it? And I think we do need a striker. We do need a striker that can be here for a few years. Is Alexander Isak the answer? I'm not so sure. I'm not going to pretend that I've seen loads of him, but he certainly looks like someone who could fit the bill. Another story doing the rounds this morning is about Bruno Fernandes. Now, this is from the weekend, and this is about Bruno Fernandes could miss the Atletico Madrid game here tomorrow evening. I think it was, I know it was Ralph Rangnick who was quoted as saying that basically there's a bit of COVID scare going on, if you can call it that, can't you? I think he was part of it. Also, there was an issue with Scott McTominay and Luke Shaw as well. On that front, Ralph Rangnick was quoted as saying, with Scotty, I hope he's fit, but he had some muscular problems with his calf. That's why we decided not to play him, because Scotty is only valuable if he can perform with 100% of his physical capacity. That's why I didn't play against Spurs. Luke, hopefully, will be back in training on Monday. And Bruno, we'll have to wait and see until Tuesday. So it's going to be a late test with Bruno Fernandes to see whether he can play against Atletico Madrid. I'm myself confused there. We know we didn't need him on Saturday. Fred and Pogba and Nemanja Matic was a midfield trio and did a decent job, especially Fred, who's getting all the plaudits, and rightly so. But for me, if Bruno Fernandes is fit, we're a stronger team for that. So we'll have to wait and see what's happening in that one. Another story as well is about this project revamp at Carrington and at Old Trafford. And this is, I think it's in the Mail, saying Manchester United hire a project manager for their much-needed Carrington revamp. Saying that they brought in a project manager who's going to have a look at the Carrington revamp, and they are close to appointing preferred partners for the redevelopment of Old Trafford. So there's a few ifs, buts and maybes there, and a bit of, close to appointing, whatever that means. But yeah, stories doing the rounds then this morning. Looks like we're in for Alexander Isak, according to, I think that started in the Daily Star, and it's been picked up elsewhere, or it's doing the rounds in other newspapers as well. Story in the Mail about Old Trafford getting a revamp, and a story in Calcio Mercato about Paul Labile Pogba being off in the summer. So that's your lot. Make sure you are subscribing to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. If you've not done so, make sure you go and check out our merchandise, paddockmerch.com. We've got some great merch on there, including some Cristiano Ronaldo merch, the hat-trick hero, the record-breaking goal scorer. We've got all that good stuff about him as well. So go and check that out. I've been Jay. This has been The Paper Talk outside a pretty breezy Old Trafford. Thanks for watching.